Welcome, Eastern Sierra. I'm Jesse Steele, and this is Eastern Sierra Now for Tuesday, May 26th. Today is National Paper Airplane Day, so if your plans don't quite take off today, just fold them in half and throw them across the room and call it aviation. It works for me. Coming up today, Bishop Police are warning the community about a mountain lion spotted in and around Bishop. The Bishop Chamber is looking ahead to the California High School Rodeo State Finals and welcoming visitors at its new information center. Inyo County is preparing for its post-election manual tally audit. Fall sports planning is already underway at Bishop Union High School. Mammoth Lakes is looking for 4th of July parade volunteers. The Owens Valley Indian Water Commission is inviting the community to help create a new environmental PSA. Civil grand jury applications are still open. National Trails Day is coming up, and Bishop's own Wyatt Mears is headed to the California State Championships. Today's Eastern Sierra Now newscast is brought to you by Fault Line 395. Small batch mountain wear designed and tested right here in the Eastern Sierra. Built for the 395 lifestyle, Fault Line 395 makes apparel for people who live, work, ride, hike, fish, travel, and occasionally just stand outside wondering if the weather changed 3 times in 10 minutes. Local, rugged, comfortable, and made for mountain life. That's Fault Line 395. All right, let's get into it. Here's what's happening around the Eastern Sierra. The Bishop Police Department wants to bring awareness that there has been a mountain lion spotted in and around Bishop. As many of you remember, there was a sighting last month near the city park. The most recent sighting occurred in the early morning hours of May 25th. Thanks to a concerned citizen, the department has shared the video with the community via their Facebook page. If you encounter a mountain lion, do not approach. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. Keep a safe distance, bring children and pets inside if possible, and immediately report any aggressive behavior or immediate danger to life by calling 911. Please stay alert, especially during the early morning and evening hours, and help keep our community safe. Mule Days might be over, but in just a few weeks, another wonderful Western event will return to Bishop. The California High School Rodeo State Finals Championship will draw families from throughout the state for a week-long competition. The Bishop Chamber of Commerce supports CHSRA by providing contestant t-shirts, welcome gifts, a luncheon, and loads of volunteer support. If you'd like to help out, please email execdir@bishopvisitor.com. Don't worry, I'll spell it for you. execdir@bishopvisitor.com. And the Bishop Chamber of Commerce Information Center is now open at their new location. That's 218 South Main Street. Stop in for free maps and brochures to help you make the most of your time in the Eastern Sierra. The friendly, knowledgeable staff continues to provide personal assistance, crafting customary itineraries, and sharing insider tips on trails, historical gems, and drives that no app can match. They also have a nice selection of souvenirs. Many items are locally sourced, and every purchase helps keep the information center open and staffed. So swing by for a warm Eastern Sierra welcome and expert guidance on the region's endless outdoor activities and attractions. Parking is available on Main Street or South Street. Please leave the Mountain Rambler and Mammoth Ortho parking lot for their customers. The Inyo County Clerk Recorder Registrar of Voters Danielle Sexton has announced that Inyo County will conduct a 1% post-election manual tally audit of the ballots cast in the June 2nd statewide primary election to provide transparency of the election process. The random selection of 1% of all precincts for the required post-election audit will begin on Thursday, June 11th at 9 a.m. in the County Elections Office located in the Inyo County Courthouse in Independence. The audit will take place immediately preceding the random draw. The audit will continue each day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until completed. The Registrar of Voters will publish the election audit results and materials on its website. The public is invited to observe all processes. If you would like to be an election observer, please contact the Inyo County Elections Office at 760-878-0224. The 2025-26 school year is coming to a close, but fall sports for the 26-27 year often start in the summer. What can you do now? Well, get your athletic packets completed online and keep tabs on dates for summer tryouts and training. Football freshman orientation is Friday, June 5th from 3 to 4 p.m. JV induction week and varsity team week follow from Monday, June 8th to Friday, June 12th. Training and camp continue into July and August. Volleyball tryouts run from Monday, July 27th through Friday, July 31st. Participants must attend every session. Get registrar forms and schedules online on the BUHS website. The Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce is looking for parade crew volunteers for the town's annual 4th of July parade. It takes a big community effort to bring Mammoth's 4th of July parade to life, and volunteers are a huge part of that. A range of roles are available. Be interested? Contact the Mammoth Chamber today. In the Eastern Sierra, we live on the edge. Literally. And that's exactly where Fault Line 395 was born. This local clothing brand doesn't just make shirts and hoodies, they make statements. Inspired by the rugged beauty, cracked earth, and wild spirit of the Eastern Sierra, Fault Line 395 is what you wear when you want your outfit to say, yeah, I've summited something. Probably. From cozy beanies, perfect for après-ski hangs, to durable tees that can handle the day on the trail, and a night at Distant Brewing. All in one. Every piece is designed right here in Mammoth. So if your wardrobe's been playing it safe, it's time to shake things up. Shop Fault Line 395, where local pride meets Fault Line style. Because looking good in the Sierra, well, that shouldn't require an aftershock. The Owens Valley Indian Water Commission is starting the next chapter of their series of community-made films focused on reducing single-use products. Join them throughout their 4-day filming experience in Bishop, Big Pine, and Lone Pine. We will gather with youth and anyone interested in stepping in front or behind the camera to create a short piece centered on their next campaign. Single use, no excuse. Each community will film a 30-second scene, which will be compiled into a collective piece that will play at the Bishop Twin Theater for a year. This is an opportunity to be a part of a film crew and learn how to create a PSA that will raise awareness of a local environmental issue. Have an idea for a scene? They're also looking to develop the scenes that they'll film, and they want to hear your ideas. Work will take place in Lone Pine on June 8th, Big Pine on June 16th, Bishop on June 17th, and Three Creeks on June 18th, likely from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. The project is open to all tribal youth and community members interested in creating. Adults welcome. Limited spots are available. RSVP is required by June 5th. Call 323-523-3039 if you have any questions. Applications for the Inyo County Civil Grand Jury are now being accepted. Successful applicants will serve as grand jurors for the fiscal year period beginning on July 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 27. The Civil Grand Jury is charged by the California Penal Code to investigate all aspects of the county, including cities and special districts. All communications to the grand jury are confidential, and every signed citizen complaint is responded to after investigated. The Civil Grand Jury sets its own agenda and meeting schedule. Much of the work is performed in small committees, allowing for considerable flexibility in the work schedule and meeting locations. Grand jurors are compensated $25 per full panel meeting and $10 per special or committee meeting. They're also compensated with the standard IRS mileage rates. The grand jury function is a demanding but very rewarding task, and one which, if consensuously pursued, warrants and deserves the thanks and praise of the entire community. It gives a group of lay citizens the opportunity and duty to investigate and, if appropriate, praise or make constructive suggestions to the various local governmental entities and agencies. The court urges any citizens of this county over the age of 18 who wishes to perform a very valuable service to their fellow citizens and to add to the quality of local government generally to complete an application and submit it to the court by May 31st of 2026. However, the court will continue to accept any applications until they have 11 grand jurors and 2 alternates. Applications can be submitted to the Office of the Jury Commissioner, that's P.O. Box 1508, Bishop, California 93515. To obtain a copy of the application or for further questions or comments, please visit inyocourt.ca.gov. The U.S. Forest Service announced an additional 2026 Recreation Fee-Free Day on June 6th in celebration of National Trails Day, providing no-cost use of all standard amenity recreation sites on national forests and grasslands. National Trails Day was established by the American Hiking Society in 1993 and occurs annually on the first Saturday in June. It brings together federal land managers, partners, and volunteers to celebrate trails and accomplish trail stewardship projects to ensure they are safe, well-maintained, easy to follow, and accessible. For National Trails Day in 2025, Forest Service trail managers, partners, and volunteers hosted 80 events, including 54 stewardship projects, engaging with more than 3,100 volunteers who maintained 173 miles of trails, said Forest Service Chief Tom Schultz. We hope those who love Forest Service trails will join us at the trailhead on June 6th, whether it's volunteering to build new trails, pick up trash near a trailhead, participating in a nature walk, or taking advantage of the fee-free day benefits. Find a local National Trails Day event and join the nationwide movement. Consider hosting an event in cooperation with local Forest Service staff if one doesn't currently exist near you. The Forest Service is also encouraging all visitors to take the National Trails Day pledge and commit to leaving the trails better than you found them. Mammoth Lakes Trail System invites the community to celebrate National Trails Day with them at the Sherwin Meadows Trailhead on June 6th from 9 a.m. to noon. Join the crew for a fun morning of trail love, community, and stewardship. Help give back to the trails that you love while meeting fellow trail lovers and kicking off summer the right way. Free breakfast will be provided. Whether you hike, bike, run, or just love being outside, we hope you will support us. Grab your friends and let's make the trails shine. Sports coverage on Eastern Sierra Now today is brought to you by Copper Top Barbecue in Big Pine, because when a Bishop Bronco is headed to the California State Championships, that deserves a little smoke, a little sauce, and maybe a plate of tri-tip big enough to count as emotional support. An emotional support tri-tip. I like it. Copper Top Barbecue is family-owned, full of flavor, and a true $3.95 favorite. Big thanks to Copper Top Barbecue for helping bring you today's sports coverage on Eastern Sierra Now. Now let's get into some sports. Bishop Union track and field athlete Wyatt Mears is headed to the California State Championships after an outstanding performance at the Central Section Masters Championship held Saturday, May 23rd at Buchanan High School. Coming into the meet as the fourth seed in a field of 18 of the top discus throwers in the CIF Central Section, Wyatt started strong with throws over 180 feet in the opening rounds and found himself sitting in first place early in the competition. After advancing to finals and earning 3 additional throws, Wyatt delivered when it mattered most. On his final attempt, he launched a throw of 184 feet 3 inches, finishing third overall and securing his spot at the California State Championships. One funny moment from the meet: many of the athletes competing against Wyatt had never even heard of Bishop, California, and were shocked to learn his school has only around 600 students. Despite coming from a small town, Wyatt continues proving he belongs among the best throwers in the state. Wyatt now enters the state meet as the 5th seed out of 27 throwers and will compete in the state prelims on Friday at 3 p.m. If he advances, he'll return for the California State Championship Finals on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. once again at Buchanan High School in Clovis. This has already been a breakout season for the Bishop Union sophomore, who first claimed the CIF Division IV championship, advanced through Masters, and now finds himself among the top 27 discus throwers in California. According to CIF information, the state championships are expected to be televised on NFHS, giving fans and the Bishop community a chance to watch Wyatt compete on California's biggest high school track and field stage. This season still isn't over. In just a few weeks, Wyatt will head to compete at Nationals at University of Oregon, where he'll face some of the best high school throwers in the country. For Wyatt, what started as a strong sophomore season has turned into an opportunity to compete with the very best in California. And now, the nation. From a small school in Bishop to the California State Championships, Wyatt Mears continues to show that talent can come from anywhere. The Sierra Nevada Aquatic Research Laboratory seminar series continues tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. with a presentation on 10,000 years of natural history in the Mono Lake Basin. The free seminar will be held at the Snarl Facilities Page Center in Mammoth. Young people are encouraged to attend, and well-behaved children are welcome. The Bishop Chamber of Commerce and Inyo Council for the Arts are presenting a free art show and mixer on Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the ICA Gallery. The show will feature Inyo County students, art murals, food, and drink will be offered. Mammoth Lakes Tourism and the Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce are hosting community coffee on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. over Zoom. This month's theme is the town's upcoming 4th of July celebration, and the featured coffee shop is Black Velvet. Visit the Mammoth Chamber events calendar online for the Zoom link. IMACA is holding 2 food distributions in Mono County on Thursday. The first will take place in Walker at the Senior Center from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m., and the other in Bridgeport at the Community Center from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. The service is free. You can sign up online at imaca.net and designate someone to pick up the food if you are unable to. The Farm to Table Market returns this week on Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Bishop United Methodist Church, presented by Eastern Sierra Farm Fresh. The market is free and features food, local makers, live music, and more. The Inyo County Free Library will be hosting a presentation on blood pressure awareness at the Independence American Legion Hall on Thursday at 6 p.m. Personnel from Mammoth Hospital and the Inyo County Health and Human Services will provide information on monitoring blood pressure, heart-healthy diets, and county resources. The library encourages the community to attend. And for more upcoming events, head over to Eastern Sierra Now's mobile app and check out our community calendar. Now it's your Eastern Sierra Now news update for Tuesday, May 26th. Thanks for listening and for staying connected with what's happening across Inyo and Mono counties. And thank you again to Fault Line 395 for sponsoring today's Eastern Sierra Now newscast. We'll be back with more Eastern Sierra Now news on KIBS every weekday at 7 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m., but local news doesn't wait for the top of the hour. So anytime you want to catch up, head to easternsierranow.com, open the Eastern Sierra Now app, follow us on social, and find us on YouTube. Video, stories, interviews, shows. It's a great place. You just go check it out. Smash that like button. I'm Jesse Steele with Eastern Sierra Now. Have a great day. Watch for wildlife, support local, and remember, on National Paper Airplane Day, aim high, but maybe not at your news editor. Sorry, Gary.